Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. This one's going to be a little different. I wanted to first start by highlighting a recent 16 card pickup that I got from a eBay Probstein auction. And the whole point of this is just to kind of highlight how you can still have a lot of fun in this hobby, get some nice quality PSA graded cards without spending a lot of money. So this 16 card lot that I purchased over a 4-day period, it has 15 PSA graded cards and then just one raw ungraded card. But I wanted to start by showing you these 1954 Bowman. Just a beautiful card. Once again, Bowman in that war with Topps for the hearts and minds of those young collectors. Really stepped their game up in the early 50s. The cards got bigger, more color, and these 64 Bowmans are just gorgeous cards. And these are all in the excellent mint 6 to excellent mint 6 plus grade, but they have definitely better eye appeal than that. I could definitely see these being a near mint 7, if not better. This Joe Tipton here is a 6.5. Man, those borders are so white and clean. It's just amazing that this card is 62 years old. I mean, it looks packed fresh. So just really tough grades on that. But I didn't pay, but you know, $5 to $6 range for these cards on this auction. And sure, they're commons. You know, they're not big name players, but they are still pretty cool cards to collect. And I really just enjoy looking at the old imagery and love the color photos on these. Super clean cards. And then on down to some 60s cards I got. Just one, this 69 Topps checklist here with a Brooks Robinson on it and a near mint 7. I do like the checklist cards. I'm looking to pick up all the 69, 68, and 67 checklists. They're the ones that have either the floating heads on the 67 or the heads in the circle with the 68 and 69. And they have some pretty good players in there. Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, you know, Bob Gibson, Frank Robinson, etc. On here to this 73 Topps Lou Brock for my Lou Brock collection. Looking to pick this up for a while. Just didn't want to pay more than $10 for it. Was able to pick this up for around $8 when I bundled these over that 4-day period. And then coming on here to some more bargain bin finds here. This 82 Topps Mike Schmidt. Ray, you might like this one. It's a mint 9. So when you send these cards off to grade, PSA is extremely tough. They don't give 10s out for very easily. And this card is near perfect. But if you look down here, in the right hand corner, there's like a little black dot right there, and that's probably what held it back from the 10. But still a super clean card. And I mean, mint 9, I barely paid over $2 for it. So I mean, you can't even get it graded for that. Of these 15 cards that I got graded, I mean, if you were to bundle these up with a huge bulk order and say you got a really great deal and only paid $5, you'd still would pay more for the grading than I paid for the entire cards in all these auctions. So essentially, I would have gotten the cards for free. So, I mean, that's just how I do it. Sometimes, I mean, I do have a lot of high-end stuff, and I love collecting the high-end stuff too, but sometimes it's fun just to go and get some of the players you collect, like Steve Carlton, Mike Schmidt, and just get these on the cheap, you know, and in a high grade like a mint. You know, I don't need them to be in a 10. That's not my objective. This 84 Topps Steve Carlton, another one in a mint 9. I think the whole thing holding these back, some blotches or some smears of red ink down there by the Steve Carlton's face down there, right to his right, and then lower left corner there as well. But a cool card and very clean. And then Barry Larkin, his Fleer 87 rookie, hard to those blue edges. Got that cheap too as well. And this 91 Panini stickers Nolan Ryan. I mean, when you get it for under $2, it's nice just to have something slabbed for your Nolan Ryan collection. On down here to some non-baseball cards. This 83 Topps Joe Montana sticker insert. Starting to collect more and more Joe Montana. My goal ultimately is to get most of his, if not all of his 80s cards in the near mint to mint 8. Maybe a few in the 9s. Maybe like the 89 or 90 Topps that are pretty common. Get those in a little higher grade. But everything up to 88, at least in a near mint to mint 8. And then here, this Alvin Robertson. This would probably be my one regret of the whole lot that I purchased. I didn't do my backstory on Alvin Robertson. I just knew that he was one of those players from the '84 Olympic team, probably the best Olympic, non-pro Olympic team ever. You know, obviously led by Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing, that just dominated the world competition, beat the NBA All-Stars in an exhibition game in Indiana. So great team, and he was a great player. 86 Defensive Player of the Year, a 4-time All-Star. Yeah, I think he averaged about 2.7 steals a game. So a really good defensive player. But after his basketball career, his life really spiraled down, and he's just, let's just say, he's not a good person. He is a very bad person, and I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, you can look it up if you want to know more. but I do kind of regret getting that. I only paid 99 cents for it because I was the only person that bid on it, and I didn't know his personal backstory of some of the things he's been accused of in recent times, so I probably wouldn't have bid on it otherwise. This 86 Collector's Choice Kevin Garnett, I do collect Kevin Garnett, so another one of his rookies. This is an international version. I have this in a Gem Mint 10 and in the regular US version. I love the back here. It listed as his altitude is 210 centimeters, and then his he is 98 kilograms for his weight. So it's just a weird variation that I just find it funny. And once again, I didn't pay more than $2 for this. So a really sharp card to getting on the cheap. And then the last card I get, maybe this is the most expensive card of the lot. It's not PSA graded, but it is an ARN card auto of a Hall of Fame pitcher, Raleigh Fingers, this 96 Strata. So I do collect Hall of Fame autographs. I don't necessarily have them all PSA graded. So if I can get one for under 10 bucks, man, I'll pop on it every time. So that's the 16 card auction that I got from Probstein over 4 days last week. Once again, I'm going to come over here and show just a couple more cards that I got in different auctions. These are a little bit on the higher end. So following my purchase of my first 53 tops, just about a week and a half ago, I got a Monty Irving, just gorgeous card, really liked it. I decided to go and try and pick up another one. So for my early win collection, I got this excellent 5 early win. Does not have the eye appeal of my Monty Irving 5. It's the corners here are a little rough. But unlike the Monty Irving, which is a double print, this is a short print. So a little bit rarer card. Monty was card 61, or 60, he's 61. So they're right next to each other, I think, in order. But one's a double print and this one's a short print. And then on to this for my Hank Aaron collection. I love this 1970 Topps Hank Aaron card. Just something about that imagery, that picture of him there, it just really appeals to me. And this is a super clean card. It does have centering issues. I purchased it on a buy it now, and I probably paid about $20 less than I've seen some other near mint 7s going on eBay right now. This card sells more than the typical book price. You look at the book price and it'll mention it for like in the $65 to $55 range, and if you get a good quality near mint 7, you're looking to pay around upwards of high 70s, low 80s maybe. And then another Probstein auction buy from my previous lot that I bought. This card was mistakenly left out. It was the first time I've ever had an issue with a Probstein auction. I hit them up. It's like, hey, there was a card missing. They're like, yep, we know. It's already in the mail. It's already on your way. And it came like 3 days later. Once again, Probstein never had any issues. Awesome customer service, even if they do make a mistake, which they never make mistakes except by this one instance for me. So really cool card to have. Love Pete Maravich, just a great player. And then for my Maravich collection. And then the last card I want to show you, really like this 1964 Topps Giants. These cards, they were printed in quite a large amount of numbers, so they're not that expensive, and there's quite a few of them out there. And I have quite a few of the near mint to mint 8s graded ones, but this by far is the best 8 that I have of all the 8s I have. The centering on this is just perfection. And then the colors, the corners, I mean, they show no staining. I mean, this thing literally looks like you just took it from the pack. The one thing holding this thing back from a higher grade is this little dot next to Hank Aaron's hat. I don't know if that's a print defect, if that's a stain. I have no idea what it is. There are no qualifiers on the card. It is a near mint to mint 8. But just a gorgeous card. This is actually the second time I've had to buy this Topps Giant, though. Several years ago, back when I lived in Texas, I purchased it on eBay. I want to say about it for just under 20 bucks and a near mint 7. And the buyer kind of welched on me. He said that he made a mistake listing it and he refused to send it. He did refund me my money, but it's just kind of like one of those things. Like he was just hoping to get more money out of it, which it happens. But ultimately, in the end, I got a nicer quality card for a good price, and I'm really happy with that near mint to mint 8. Well, there's not a whole lot of cards I'm showing you today, but I just wanted to show you that recap highlighted by that Probstein auction over those 4 days. Once again, everybody, thanks again for watching and commenting, and I'll talk to you later.